It's February 8th.
All right.
18.
How's everybody doing?
Good.
You having fun with homework 5?
Ugh,
No, I haven't installed.
I downloaded it.
Huh?
I downloaded it.
Monday.
You have
That's it,
till
Next week.
the 14th. Wait,
You said
17th? Oh gosh, let me check. Don't give you guys bad info.
It looks like at the 17th. 17 or 18.
I want to say it was the 17th. Let me check. I gotta change all the due dates too, because everybody's freaking out over due dates. I have it on here. Yeah, the 18th, excuse me, the 18th. All right, so fine, I'll send the due date. Now, we're getting back to normal this week, though.
Is this
Okay.
same vulnerability as the Equifax or is it different?
What?
Is this the same vulnerability as the
Yeah.
Equifax?
Yeah. Same one. Same one. It's just really, it's hard from a standpoint of setting up the vulnerability. Pulling off the vulnerability is not that hard. Right? So it's one of those things, and I see that a lot in the industry. Like I got banged up on we do a monthly vulnerability scan with one of our customers. And this is all internal, it's not external. It's not like a Rapid7 or PwC or anybody like that. They already have Qualys agents that are set up within our environment on every server, and they basically scan that server once a month randomly. So I have no idea when they're doing it. Then they also have an external scan that happens once a month within the last week of the month. And then on the first Wednesday of the month, I have a conference call. And so we've only been doing this like about 2 months. So this was like the first real thing that happened. And the perimeter, the exterior was really good. I had like 2 vulnerabilities that were not even high vulnerabilities. They were, I had a couple of weak ciphers. Stuff I was showing you guys on Tuesday, I had some weak ciphers there. I got to pull those out of, the only reason that they were there is the websites in question were bypassing my load balancer and going straight to the server, which the server was handling what cipher suites were being used. But I got nailed. I had 508 vulnerabilities on the inside of my network, right? So 4 vulnerabilities from the outside and 508 on the inside. Seem kind of out of balance. And that's actually very typical, okay? What you have to worry about more often than not is insider threats. And I kind of want to drive this home because all of the different attack vectors that I'm having you do in all the labs and the homework in here are on the inside. You're not going through a firewall, you're not going through a router, you're not fighting with any type of perimeter, or IPS for that matter, okay, at all. Which is good and bad. Because if you can get on the inside of the network, you can cause all kinds of havoc. It's bad because you guys somehow figure out how to get on the inside of the network, right? But from a learning standpoint, beginning to learn this, you don't want to really monkey around with an IPS or a firewall per se. Okay, you got to learn to ride the bike with the training wheels first, right? All right, so I want to get into lab 3 a little bit tonight, and homework 6. Homework 6 is due this Sunday.
Homework 6 is due this Sunday?
Yes, it is. It's not hard. You've done it before. You're just doing it on a different server. Let's take a look. So first off and foremost, homework 6. If it's not due this Sunday, I'm making it due this Sunday. Yeah, it's due this Sunday. Oh. Okay, fine.
Hey.
Damn it. You stinking kids.
You love us, right?
No,
It's
I'm
getting
just
to a point.
disorganized. Not you, it's me. I'm disorganized.
So what's the difference between the homework 6 and the lab 2? It's kind of like,
It's just part of it. I'm really emphasizing a lot along the lines of reconnaissance and scanning and things of that nature. Yeah, do you have to do it in lab 2? Yeah, you gotta do it in lab 2. But I'm having you ensure that you are working well with OpenBoss. Because as most of you know, OpenBoss is a bear, it's a pain, you hate it. You can master it, really good. Because if you can master OpenBoss, you can master anything. Okay, from a vulnerability scanner perspective. Right? Nessus is a piece of cake, Qualys, even easier. Expose, nothing. Okay? If you can understand and master OpenBoss from an open source perspective, all right, you'll go behind Nessus or Nexpose and you'll be like, oh, this is a piece of cake. Target and scan. Oh, look at all these vulnerabilities. So with that.
Oh, that's it? So we have to install the Metasploit simple VM from the previous.
Yeah, you can use the same one. So honestly, if you save your scan and your OpenBoss and everything else, that's fine. You can probably reuse it if you didn't want to get around. Are you done?
Yes.
Gosh, that was fast.
Yep.
How'd you do?
Well, I answered the ones that I do,
And then you did this.
it was a long night.
Eeny, meeny, miny, yay, no. Okay.
All right.
All
Thank
right,
you.
cool. I'll see you next Tuesday. Yeah, see what my weekend entails?
I can help you doing it.
You should program.
that's why I should do everything on Blackboard. Let Blackboard do it for you.
Program a robot.
You know what? I already do that in one class. I actually want to challenge people in 467.
He doesn't need a robot TA, he has Eddie here.
Huh?
You don't need a robot TA, Eddie's right there.
Perfect.
No.
He can make some.
Actually, if I'm lucky and I sweet talk my wife enough, she'll grade.
I could
Oh, she's
totally
also
grade
in
it.
the field?
Huh?
She's also in the field.
Kind of, sort of. She's more in medical IT, but she understands it after listening to me for like 26 years.
Yeah.
And she's funny because at least she doesn't grade angry. I grade angry. All right. So with that, go ahead and do a ZenMap in-map scan and an OpenBoss scan. I challenge you, if you did in-map on your lab, do ZenMap. If you did ZenMap on your lab, do in-map. Challenge yourself. Okay? Challenge yourself. Screenshots all around. And I want to see the report, at least a screenshot of your report with the date on it. So I know you did it this quarter. You didn't grab somebody from last quarter.
So it's fine if the date is from last week.
Yeah.
Has to be within the.
Sometime in this quarter. Not something from like October. Because that, you know, if I get something and you had a PDF and it's dated October, I'm like, oh man, I gotta go to the chair and then academic affairs, and I don't want to do that.
I got one from last summer, that's okay?
Nope. Alright, so that's the easy part of the week. Talk about lab 3. So, I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. Completely honest. I haven't even done lab 3 yet. Okay? I found the VM off of VulnHub. Alright? And I made this really generic. So, there are 3 vulnerabilities though. And if you're really crafty, you can probably do some strategic Googling and find them anyway. Thing with this, as with the other labs, I want you to go through the whole setup process and go through the reconnaissance process and try to challenge yourself a little bit. So, guys get over this class. You got an easy lab 3. Lab 3 for next quarter, they're going to get what I do for ITC. Okay, so there's a Linux VM called Lazy Sysadmin. Here's a URL for it, if it still works. Somebody's tried.
I know.
Good. Well, I had it downloaded and I think I got rid of it. I was cleaning out this thing a while back and I think I got rid of it. So, anyway. Paste that sucker in there. There we go, Lazy Sysadmin. So you want to get the VM, not the. Yeah, okay, so it only comes in the VMware format.
Where did I click?
There we go. Download here for the file. Oh, it's on Google Drive. Yay. Zip file here. Oh, you're. The wonderful world, the wonderful nicety of being cable, not on Wi-Fi. So, this won't take too long, I hope. Oh, a minute left, yay, there we go. I was going stupid fast now.
What is it downloading?
LazySysAdmin.zip. The one that was in the middle from VulnHub.
Just download the mirror.
You got the mirror. Actually, I think the one on Google Drive is broken. I haven't tried the torrent. We're back to. Down on me again?
Look at the speed, 4.4 megabytes. Like, we're getting kilobytes here.
Yeah, well, I'm wired, you're wireless, and then when everybody hits this mirror at the same time. Yeah, now you guys are crushing it. Thanks.
I really stopped it.
Now I'm gonna be in the kill. Okay, here we go. Maybe it's just catching. Yay! Yay!
Yay.
Yay!
Yeah, I was done.
Few seconds here.
Alright.
So
Oh,
I'm gonna spend some time on this, not only in Thursday's class, but for both classes. If you're here from the Monday, Wednesday class, I'm gonna do it a little bit on Monday, Wednesday as well. Because lectures from here on out are gonna go a little bit faster. So I'm gonna spend a little bit of time on this lab, next Tuesday as well. Tuesday and Thursday. Well, let's go ahead and at least tonight get it set up. We'll have some fun.
Here you go.
All right. So I don't need that anymore. My downloads. Out of the way. Documents. Virtual machines. Paste it. Extract here. Ah, great. Folder. Don't need the zip file. I'm running out of space fast. 250 gig, or actually this is 150 gig hard drive. Man, this looks good. All right.
SSD.
No, it's not. I wish it was SSD.
Oh,
The 7,200 RPM SATA drive, dude. Sucks. All right. You. All right, so just like with everything else, once you have that thing downloaded, extracted, it's in your virtual machine folder, file, open, find it. So I have it here under lazy sysadmin, OVF. Open. Store new virtual machine. Oh.
You'll have to convert it to be right.
Oh, what's this one gonna do to me? So while that's coming up, I can also open up my Kali box. Oh, I have a Kali box, right? Crush my processor. Okay.
You don't have to edit the settings for the lazy system.
We're gonna look at that.
Okay.
We're gonna look at that. We just need to make sure that they're on the same networks. So I'm gonna set this one up since I already know it's a fairly decent target. I'm gonna set it up on a VM, VMnet 1 host only, so it does not have access to the internet. Because if you're ever dealing with a VM that you don't know where it came from, you didn't build it, you don't trust the people that did build it, you definitely don't want to give it access to the internet.
Okay.
Make sense? finally. Alright, so now that it's up, you see it's on that, go ahead and let's just change this to BMNet 1. Our host only. Okay, good. And 4 gigs. Wow. Oh, 4 gigs of hard drive. Yeah, it's got a whopping 512 meg of memory. Alright, it's probably set up in Tiny Linux or something. If you want to give it more memory, never hurt anybody. And then with Kali, I need to go ahead and do the same thing. I at least need to put it on host. Give that 1. Okay. So, woohoo, yay, great.
Back on.
I have no idea. You can play, let's log in with root. Root. Oh, root, tor. Oh, so as you can see, root blank. Just trying to power that, just, simple stuff.
I guess one of them, not so much.
Which is good, because at least it won't be that easy, right?
Not that bad.
So, looking back at the lab, make sure that you find lazy sysadmin, do a ping test, take a screenshot, do an OpenBOS scan, get your PDF, find some vulnerabilities, make attempts to gain a shell. You see that I say this. Do I say you need to get 3 different shells? No. If you get 3 different shells, great. If you get 1 out of 3, okay. If you get 2, even better, impressive. If you get none, all right, that's cool too. Show me you at least attempted to do it. Don't care how you do it, right? But your attempts should match either something in OpenBOS or some sort of brute force, or you want to write your own buffer overflow. Hey, why not? Okay, we're going to get into OWASP with Zap tonight. That'll be fun. All right, so now that I have Kali up, let me go ahead and get an IP address. Each client. All right, well, I'm lazy, so let's just do this. And let's just do a quick scan or a ping scan. So we can isolate. All we're trying to do is find the victim. And at the same time, I'll start bringing up other stuff like Armitage. I can bring up OWASP Zap. Excuse me. So OWASP, have we went over OWASP yet?
No.
I think so.
Not, okay. So OWASP is under web application analysis. OWASP is out.
It's part of lab 2, I think, too.
Yeah. Armitage is coming up, fantastic, let's take a look now. Oh, what's my IP?
Was it 140?
I think you put slash.
It's 128.
Instead of slash 20.
No, I did that on purpose.
Oh, you did.
Sure did. 192.168.199.140, that's my IP. Alright. Oh, looky, looky.
128?
Looking that way.
That's the one.
So let's do a quick ping here. Hey, that looks promising. All right. So again, always wise to read through the entire lab. Reason I did a ping sweep in ZimMap instead of doing a full-on intense scan is, look, they want me to, I want you to do a in-map scan in Armitage. So let's go ahead and get that started, shall we? So, once I find it, make a screen capture. What I like to do, I'm a snipping tool type of person. Here's a cool thing that you can do with snipping tool.
So you want a screenshot of the ping or you want a screenshot of the ZipMap scan?
Well, you need to actually vote. Edit, copy. Make sure that the VMs are on the same network and perform a ping test. Show the screenshot of this. So,
What did you want us to write? What's this thing?
whatever you want to. I mean, I was just playing around.
Okay.
Alright, so, you know, one. There's my screenshot for number one. Woo! I know you got an you pinged it. Great. Two. I'll figure out number two in a second. Alright? I don't care if you skip around. So, alright, 2 form. Oh god, I don't want to deal with open boss, not tonight. No. Okay. 3 and alright, let's do number 7. Number 7 is cool. So that's funny. Caught myself. You guys didn't catch me, I caught myself. No. That one's on video too, I know.
Where is the other video? That one. He was like on the snip, and he was like trying to click on it. He's like, it's not moving. He's like, wait.
All right,
it's on the
so
snip.
here he is. So all we have to do here is hosts, in-map scan, intent scan. Go.
Wow.
Well, that sucks.
That was too quick.
Way too quick.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, then warning targets.
0 IP address is found.
This is supposed to be.
Oh,
Wait.
time out.
Why it says 2
I caught myself. I'm scanning from like the last lab. Okay. So in-map scan, intense scan. 2.168.199.128. You gotta put the IP in there. I had the IP of the old Linux box, which is not on the network. Hey, there we go. Looky there. We got a few addresses. Hey, 22, 445, 139, 80. That looks promising. Snipping tool. You can even do this while it's running, I don't care. Right? Oh, there we go. Actually, scan complete. Edit, copy. To 2. This is going to be, what was this, OpenBoss? 3 was pack 1, 4 pack 2. These are just placeholders. Pack 3, 6 is
Final web page, be server.
and then 7. All right. Paste. So you can skip around as much as you want to. It's all right. So there's my nmap scan. I noticed that port 80 was open. Everybody saw that? So here's what I suggest you do. Here's what I would do. Open up browser.
That's a good idea.
HTTP : whack whack 192.168 dot 199.128. See what happens.
Welcome to IT.
Back node.
Welcome to IT.
Hopefully this is rated G. There we go.
Don't care, discover.
Powered by your tears. You have links on here. You have law. No forms, at least no forms that we see right off the bat. That's okay. So, what do we have down? Haven't looked down.
Hey, told you.
My mind.
My mind on my SQL. Don't give up. And advertisements. Right? GoFundMe page, right? Alright, so from there, now that I know that there is a web page that's actually being served up, copy that, move out, and go back to OWASP, HTTP, whack whack, Control B, or if it wants to be a pain, you know what, oh, it's just going to slow. Alright, set it up, do your thing.
Two flags.
That's kind of cool. Ooh, that's fun.
Directory, bro.
That's lovely. I like getting that one. The X-frame header stuff's whatever. Application error disclosure, okay, that can be cool. But typically what OWASP is gonna find is you should not find any like red flags. Typically through a web instance, nah. But what's really neat is when you can find information disclosure, which is basically what the directory browsing and potentially the application error disclosures will do. Okay? So I'm just looking for this. Again, not a bad idea to go through and then, oh, let's backtrack to step 3, step 4, step 5. Those are your hard steps. Everybody kind of understand where we're going with this? Go. So I did 1, I did 6, I did 7, 8, 9. Try to dump some data. A couple different ways. There's an SQL on it. How do I know there's an SQL on it?
The website said so.
What tipped me off that there was SQL on this box? Anybody?
Says mine on mine.
Yeah, I guess you could say that, but hey, check this out. This is why you gotta know ports, people. What is 3306?
That's too complicated.
MySQL. MySQL. Okay? Want to get kind of
Yeah,
cute
it
with it? All right. All browsers. It's not allowed to connect to MySQL server. Well, that sucks, but guess what I did confirm? There is an SQL server on here. Okay. 6667. 139. I don't know how successful you will be at attacking it. With Armitage, I don't think you're going to find anything from a particularly easy standpoint. I could be wrong, but again, the OpenBox scan will help you out with that. No way.